Customer complains that the vehicle is running poorly. Ask us to take a look at it. Alright, so right now I'm plugged into this vehicle. I'm just going to run a scan. You can run an intelligent scan or you can run a diagnostic. Right, so I'm going to do intelligent scan. That will pick up the VIN. If you don't read the VIN, then you gotta go and do a diagnostic and then add your own things to it. As I said, right now I'm scanning a NV350. That's a Nissan Carvan. So I'm gonna go through the back door and see if I get any information on this. So you can go through the front door, which is the intelligent part of it, or you can go through the back door, which I am doing right now. So we're gonna go check through all those protocols on whatever basically I get to enter, then I will get the live data from there. Right, so what I'm gonna also do is look for, right now this vehicle have a misfire. Right, customers say that it's losing power. So right now we're just looking for any protocol that will let us go through the back door. So you could say this is the generic part of it. Look, you see how we say match? You're gonna go into CAN bus protocol. Alright, so you have 3 DTCs in ECU. Right, you have readiness complete, none ready, supported, is spark, ignition. Alright, so what we're going to do here now, I'm going to read the freeze frame. Right, the freeze frame will tell me when the fault is occurring. Alright, so I'm going to current powertrain diagnostic. So right, I have one fault code stored. Right, it's happening at 72% absolute load. My total position is 78. Right, so this is this data. It's telling me that my mass airflow grams per second is very high, so that it look like that mass airflow has to clean. All right, what else it have on it? So let me check this here. Right, so this is the graphing side of the scan tool. It does a real good job of graphing. If you look at the mass airflow right now, it's saying the mass airflow is saying 25.6 grams per second, and right now this vehicle is off. Right, so I'm just gonna go back to this vehicle. Seeing that the vehicle is off, this grams per second here on the mass airflow is very high, and the calculated load is very high. So that tells me that I have that's like a hint to tell me that I have a dirty mass airflow, right? My catalyst is 664 degrees, so that means I'm supposed to be in closed loop, right? This is I don't believe this is a wide band. Might be a narrow band, but don't hold me to that, right? So I'm gonna come out of here. Monitor status and dry cycle. Misfire not completed. Right, so these is telling me that, as I said, this is the protocol and the basically the generic codes that is in the back door that tells you what's going on. So I'm not gonna clear, but let's see. Matter of fact, I might see what's there. Tell me all my monitors was ran and was not supported. Come out of there. So I'm going to read my fault code next. I'm looking for Nissan. This is a Carvan. Right, so it's telling me that I'm having a cylinder misfire number 2, number 4, random misfire. Right, so it looks like the culprit is on number 2, number 4. And random misfire. So is it injector? Is it coil? Is it mechanical? So before I do anything, I'm gonna do some called a compression test, a quick compression test, and that should allow me to have an idea. As I said, I'm working in the night, so got my boy here, Chris, helping me out on the light. So we're going to do something called a power balance test. I'm going to go on function selection. Right, so this is the code, right, power balance. Right, so these are the cylinders on this vehicle, right? But this is a 4-cylinder, so you gotta worry about all 6. So we're gonna cut number 1 first and see if it's contributing. Right, you'll see the RPM, engine speed, the mass airflow. As I said, the voltage is, this is voltage, right? Not percentage, but still I believe this mass airflow should be clean. Right, so we're gonna start the test, and we must see the RPM drop. I'm hearing it dropping, I'm feeling it dropping. Right, it's running the test, so that vehicle, I mean this number 1 is contributing. So I'm gonna go on cut number 2. Right, so number 2, vehicle still running. I'm hearing the vehicle idle is dropping. So I'm gonna right, so we're gonna go and do number 3 now. So I'm just gonna show you the idle. So I'm gonna cut number 3, and you're watching the RPM. See how the RPM is dropping. Alright, so number 3 is contributing. So we're gonna do number 4. Number 4 seems to be the trouble cylinder. Right, so number 4 is also contributing. So we're gonna press reset. So that means I'm getting good command from the ECU to the coil. So it's not a coil issue that this client is having. Right, so next step, I'm gonna go after compression, and then I'll be able to figure out what's my next step. So this fuse box here, which is the top one, is for like the cigarette lighter and stuff like that, and this one is the one we want, that has the fuse for the fuel pump. So we're gonna look for the middle row, and it's gonna be let's see what it is, a 15 amp. Most likely it's this one here. Let me move this fuse, and then I'll get back to you. So I moved the 15 amp, right, because there. So I'm just gonna tumble, make sure the vehicle can start, and I'm gonna do a relative compression test real quick and see what's going on in the compression on this engine. Again, this time I'm gonna synchronize on input 15. Right, so this is just tell me what cylinder giving trouble. Gonna crank now. Right, so suspect number 2 and number 4 has a low compression. Alright, so the compression came up. Right, see, now we have low compression on 2 cylinders. I decided to go a little further. Alright, this blue trace is the relative compression, and the green trace is the exhaust pulse sensor signal, and the red is the ignition coil that hooked up off to the gas signal. Right, so as I said, based on what I'm seeing here, this is not on the ignition side, right? It's not on the exhaust side, right? So as this customer is complaining about cylinder misfire, and he believes that his exhaust valve is having the issue. So I'm gonna go into the cylinder with a borescope and take a look and see if I see anything abnormal, right? And he thinking that he have a issue with a burn valve or something like that, because of he using CNG in this truck, right? I mean his panel van. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not seeing anything on the valve face itself or any indication of the burn valve, but that doesn't mean that the valve seating area is not compromised, right? So let me wait real quick. Let me just fix this camera. Still getting used to this camera. You can check out my other video on the borescope and see where I got it from. Make sure you hit that link, so you can get all the videos and see all the new tools that I have in my arsenal, right? Hold on, let me see. Right, so if you look real closely at the on top of the piston, you see some like pitting areas, right? Now that shouldn't still cause have any issue with the sealing, because remember now these pistons have 3 rings, which will be the oil ring and the 2 compression rings, right? So well, let me try the next hole, cylinder number 1, and see what's going on. Right, this client is using CNG in his vehicle, so I don't know if that causing causing harm to the engine block. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that's like standing out in this down the cylinder, right? It could be anything from the rings to the valve seat, that's causing the low compression and creating this misfire, right? As I said, this client is using CNG in his truck, so I'm not sure. As I said, man, we just wanted some direction to figure out where to attack when we do the engine overhaul. I'm not sure what this client is planning on doing, but we just wanted some direction to figure out what we're gonna do with the overhaul. If it's gonna be a partial overhaul or a full rebuild. So if you like the tools that you see, check out my links, hit it up, like, subscribe, share, comment. Appreciate all the help. Till next time. See you later.